Passionate early childhood centre manager and an NZEI Te Reo member leader. Welcome to the stage, Jess.
Kia ora koutou. Thank you very much for the introduction. As you heard, my name is Jess. I am a daughter, I am a sister, I am a wife, I'm an auntie to a fabulous and fierce little niece, and I am mother to 3 incredible girls. I am a football player and a football coach. I am an academic with a master's degree. I am a teacher. And I am one of the women that was thrown on the trash heap to save the budget. So years and years ago, when my eldest daughter was about 10 years old, I was driving her and one of her friends home from one of their dance practices. They were having a chat in the back, and their topic of conversation turned to, what would you like to be when you grow up? My daughter, she answered the question by saying that she might quite like to be an architect or a teacher, to which her friend replied, "Ooh, don't be a teacher, you don't want to be poor." My daughter is now 19, she lives down in Wellington, and she is training to be a teacher. She grew up watching her mum attending protests and rallies, going on strike, shouting and crying and organising and fighting for improvements to our education sector, our working conditions and our pay. She grew up knowing the struggle, and she chose to be a teacher anyway. She and I, along with the hundreds of thousands of women and men who work in service and care professions who have been directly disadvantaged by this government's rush change to pay equity legislation, clearly did not choose our jobs for the money. However, this does not mean that we shouldn't be paid what we're worth, and it sure as hell does not mean that our worth should be defined or determined by our gender. My message to our coalition government is this. I sincerely hope that when you go home to your wives and your daughters and your sisters and your mothers and you look them in the eyes, you feel deeply, deeply ashamed. I hope that when you drop your tamariki to school or take them to the doctors and come face to face with the teachers and nurses that are working tirelessly to ensure the well-being, safety, health and growth of your children, that you feel embarrassed and guilty. And I hope that you truly, truly understand what you have chosen for your legacy. In a country with a long and rich history of women's rights, movements and victories, you have chosen to disrespect and disregard women with your slimy politics and incompetent decision making. This right here is what you will be remembered for. Kate Shepherd once said, "Women themselves must take the matter up, feel sure in their ground, and then bring all their enthusiasm and personal influence to bear in breaking down the barriers that come between them and their rightful privileges." Well, our coalition government is our barrier, and we are here to break them down. Now is not the time for us to be kind and caring and quiet and patient and empathetic. Now is the time for us to be loud and aggressive and resilient and pissed off. If our government does not value women's work, let's stand together and show them our power. Let's stand together and show them what women's work is capable of achieving. I will leave you with these wise words from Bethany Hamilton. Courage, sacrifice, commitment, toughness, heart, talent, guts. That is what little girls are made of, to heck with sugar and spice. Ngā mihi nui.